Yeah, I think the numbers on public support for a federal jobs program are really incredible. The numbers now from early July show that people want almost 80%, show that almost 80% of Americans want a federal jobs program that creates jobs for people who don't have them. That is very high support. You also see a lot of intensity. More people, almost 50% of people strongly support it. That's a pretty high number. And what's more remarkable is that these numbers are consistent across party lines, across gender, across age, and across race. And so typically we see splits, across any of those kind of cleavages, but on a federal jobs program, we really don't. People have also wanted this kind of thing, a public program for job creation, for a long time. The October 2019 poll that you mentioned showed actually quite similar numbers. It's true that the intensity and also the overall number is a little bit higher now, but not much. Just one other thing to note, you do see more intensity in support for a federal jobs program from Black Americans. And that is not surprising, given that the Black unemployment rate is so much worse than the overall unemployment rate. Right now, the overall unemployment rate is about 11%, and the Black unemployment rate is about 16%. So it's not surprising that you would see more intensity from Black Americans. So this actually says a lot about what the presidential candidates should be doing and should be thinking about with respect to their overall economic program.
Former Vice President Joe Biden did the unthinkable yesterday. He acted like more of a nationalist than President Donald Trump has in the last several months of his presidency. Biden unveiled a new middle-class economic plan in Scranton, Pennsylvania yesterday, promising to deliver prosperity to the middle class, part of which was a $700 billion Buy American plan to revitalize American industry and American manufacturing.
We were just talking about the polling. And what I really notice in the enthusiasm for a federal job program, we really can see just how much people want the government to clearly and directly strengthen the economy and in particular fund jobs for all Americans. And I do think that the Biden plan leans in this direction. He really emphasized make it in America, innovate in America. He focused on manufacturing, he focused on research and development, and you're right, the fact that he made this speech from Scranton is a kind of symbol. But I do think that how this happens ultimately, if and when he ever actually gets to governance, how it happens will be really important. At the Roosevelt Institute, we are looking for a few things specifically. We're looking for very direct racial inclusion, given that our economy for hundreds of years has been built on racial exclusion. For a program to really work, it needs to be racially inclusive. We're looking for direct public investment in industry with an emphasis on green industry and industries that decarbonize our economy. And we're also looking for a way for the federal government to organize itself so that it can make these kinds of investments effectively. For us, that means a democratic, small d, but a democratic set of organizations, a set of institutions that can actually make investments in the economy. That's what we are looking for. The Biden plan does lean in this direction, but he has the opportunity to do more.